Good morning. This is your 8:15 daily operations weather briefing. Seeing cloudy conditions this morning with some temperatures in the 50s and some rain showers around the area. And we'll see those continue to push through the area as we go through the next couple hours. And then we'll see the rain drying out, but we'll continue to see mostly cloudy conditions and some slightly breezy conditions as we go into the afternoon. And we'll see that likely continuing over the next 2 days as we move through the end of the work week. Taking a look at the current surface analysis, we have this boundary that's pushing through the area. We have some showers riding along that boundary through the local area as well. Behind that, we'll see high pressure slowly building in as this low pressure continues to kind of linger off the northeast coast for the next couple of days. And then eventually we'll see a return to quite warm conditions as we get further into the weekend, into next week. Current conditions this morning, we have a scattered deck at 2,700 feet, broken at 7,000, overcast at 9,500. Seeing light rain being observed out there at the current time, and seeing winds out of the northwest at 4 knots, temperature 57 degrees. Relative humidity is at 90%. We'll take a look at the current visible satellite and composite radar here. We can see that shower activity tracking northeastward through the local area, and again expecting showers to continue, or at least likely chance of showers to continue over the next 2 hours. We do have this boundary itself off to the northwest. Eventually that will be making its way through the area as we get late morning to the start of the afternoon. Could see a light sprinkle or shower along that boundary as it pushes through, but it looks to be a lower chance as that pushes through, but we'll see some slightly breezy conditions on the backside of that. A quick look at the local radar. Similar picture here. Seeing those showers pushing in over Wallops at this time. We have seen some of those radar returns lighten up as they come in closer. So expecting just some light rain activity, maybe a light shower pushing through the area again for the next hour or two. And then things should start to dry out with the exception of maybe a slight chance of a shower along that boundary as it pushes through late morning. Looking at the high resolution model for what we can expect, again picking up on that reflectivity over the local area this morning, and as mentioned, it does pull that just off the coast as we approach the 10 a.m. time frame. We'll continue to see some clouds around the area. You can see this indicating some light reflectivity as we pass 10 a.m. Till about the noon time frame, and that's that second boundary kind of finally pushing through. So this model indicating that chance of some light radar returns along that boundary, maybe a brief light shower or sprinkle, but nothing overly impactful. And then things dry out as we get into the afternoon, becoming slightly breezy. We will have a chance of seeing a wind advisory as that boundary pushes through this afternoon, and we'll see temperatures staying in the 60s as we continue through the day. And then going through the overnight time frame, we'll continue to see some mostly cloudy to partly cloudy conditions at times. And then once again, as we get into the start of the day on Friday, we will see the breeze start to pick back up, becoming slightly breezy again. Slight chance we'll see a wind advisory for our working hours on Friday, but things do look dry. Overall, mostly cloudy for the first half of the day, and then we'll see some decrease in clouds as we get later in the day. Winds start to turn more subtly as we move into the day on Saturday. That's going to bring in some milder temperatures and plenty of sun as well. So we'll see generally mostly sunny to partly cloudy conditions for Saturday, with warm temperatures in the upper 70s, possibly hitting 80 degrees. We will have a slightly breezy southerly wind coming off the water, so that might keep us from hitting 80, but it does look like it will be a pleasant day for our Saturday. Looking at the 24-hour weather risk chart for today, we do have that red risk for precip during the morning hours and the yellow risk for reduced ceilings and visibilities with that shower activity. Again, mainly until the 10 a.m. time frame is when we'll have that most likely chance of seeing that shower activity continue to push through the area. After that, between 10 and 12, we'll carry a slight chance with that boundary eventually pushing through the area. Could see an isolated shower along that. And as we get into the afternoon, we're back to green for our precip, but we do pick up a yellow risk for winds at or above 25 knots, as those winds will start to become a bit gustier out of the north-northwest to northwest, with those peak gusts up around 21 to 23 knots, so approaching that wind advisory criteria. As we get late afternoon, could see a brief period of some partly cloudy conditions before back into some mostly cloudy conditions overnight. we'll see our high temperature today around 66 degrees, and then temperatures will cool down to around 50 degrees as we move through the overnight hours. We'll see winds, just a slight breeze continuing out of the west-northwest, but not quite as gusty until we get to the start of the day on Friday, where we'll see those gusts start to rise once again. Tides are running normal. Friday, we'll see mostly cloudy to partly cloudy conditions and slightly breezy. Yellow risk for wind advisory criteria. Again, expecting those gusts up in the lower 20-knot range. So we can't rule out a period of possibly seeing a wind advisory. High temperature a little warmer with a high around 68 degrees. And then we're back to green conditions for the remainder of the forecast period here, with Friday night looking partly cloudy to mostly clear. Low expected around 53 degrees. And that milder day on Saturday with a high up around 79 degrees. We'll see some slightly breezy winds out of the south. Right now it looks like we'll stay below wind advisory criteria, and we'll see plenty of sun as we move through the day on Saturday. That's going to wrap up the 8:15 daily operations weather briefing. We'll be back again at 10 a.m. to take a look at the extended forecast. Enjoy your morning.